You're a cringe terrorist. Your goal is to make people cringe as much as possible. How do you do it? Stage a bunch of flash mobs in the largest cities in America, but have each group only practice for a day. Have the music be too quiet. And have less than 10 people per flash mob. Why do we need a special position for this when middle schoolers already do it naturally? Walk towards people smiling and waving and then greet the person right behind them. Ask the lecturer at university if your understanding of something is correct right before they are about to explain it anyway. Go to a crowded grocery store line. Buy single bottle of beer with a handful of nickels and pennies and drop them as I hand them to the cashier. Then nervously try and pick them up. Asking people to move their carts so I get all my change. Super Bowl. Pay the NFL to let me propose to someone at halftime. Make it part of the halftime show. Either an actress or, better yet, random person I pick out at a bar, club, whatever, and have been dating for a solid week, is asked to walk onto the center stage. All of America's eyes are turned on us. I walk over. Dressed in less than respectable clothes. Holding the ring box behind me. I trip. Splaying all over the deck and sending the box flying. The ring skittering across the stage. I get up. Stumble over. Laugh awkwardly. And fumble as I try to replace the ring before resuming the walk towards the girl. I take the mic in a cocky manner and talk about how we've been dating for a whole week and how I'm absolutely enamored with her. I get down on one knee and propose. Once she declines, I beg her and break down crying. Trying to look as desperate and narcissistic as possible. Host a 24/7 streamed Minecraft panel where kids can ask questions or other stuff. One time I got presented to a group of girls. I presented myself, but straight after I thought the weirdest thing. I should have gone up to them while singing Sympathy for the Devil. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste, all the while doing snake-like dance moves. For some reason I thought it was a really f***ing good idea, but luckily I never went through with it. I cringe at myself every time I think that I've actually thought that at one point in my life. Edit. I meant introduced. But I'll leave the presented cause now that I realize that. It makes me cringe even more. Proposed to old high school classmates over Facebook repeatedly. Force them to watch my YouTube videos from when I was 11. Shudder. Oh man. A worldwide broadcast of a video of 11-year-old me attempting to do the dance to the Lucky Star opening song with cheap dollar store pom-poms while singing along in broken, slurred Japanese. In my awful high-pitched voice. And genuinely thinking it was cool. Followed by a marathon of my YouTube watch history from ages 11-14. Yikes. I will expose the fanfiction and poetry you wrote when you were 14 years old. Asterisk. If you didn't write fanfiction, I will expose your very smart ramblings as a thesaurus-umed 14-year-old. Asterisk. Just dance. Some people can dance because they are good at it. Some people can't dance but just don't give a fuck. I could empty a room by being self-conscious about how bad I am dancing. Get elected president. Wear fedora to all public appearances and diplomatic meetings. The first lady is now. Lady. Look them dead in the eye. Take a toothpick and insert it under my toenail. And kick a wall. Maintain eye contact. Pose as a graduate. Fall on stage. Get up and fall down again. I'm the type of person who keeps personal journals at the tender age of 23. I just get myself a megaphone and read aloud all the heartbreak related entries. Including the poetry and the letters I thankfully never sent to my past crushes. I burned them all though. The cringe was way too real. Force someone to sit down and like, share, type amen to those Facebook posts. 1 like equals 1 prayer. 1 share equals 10 prayer. Type amen to receive 10 gazillion cats and a mariachi band at your front door. Bring a first date to a baseball game and propose on the jumbotron. The replays on sports shows should bring that number up pretty quickly. Collect an army of preteen girls. Dye their hair purple and blue. Give them more eyeliner than they know what to do with. Then drop them into the war zone where they will proceed to give the entire population nuzzlies and say I love you in dinosaur. Rar XD. No one in this thread is thinking big enough. You're a cringe terrorist. Your goal is to make as many people as possible feel so incredibly awkward that it will emotionally scar them. Here's what I'm thinking. Hack into the Times Square Jumbotron. Don't ask me how. Live video of me sitting naked on a chair, and I'm 250 pounds, so this is no pleasant sight. Jerking off my half-erect penis while sobbing and confessing my love for my ex-girlfriend while constantly using her full name and saying things like see what I would do for you. Double quote. Good lord. It was cringy just typing it out. Imagine what it would do to you if you saw it. Sing. With as much emotion and seriousness as I possibly can convey. Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. I can't sing. I would go out in public and try to woo women. I'd even announce it. Using the same exact wording, and I'd try to do so by singing, mildly off tune. Just bad enough to be considered mediocre, and I'd break it up by playing the recorder. I'd hack into large broadcasts and replace all commercials with erectile dysfunction, menstrual pad, and those very visual anti-smoking commercials. I organize a press conference where a billionaire introduces an audacious plan to colonize other planets. Then I throw it open to questions from the floor. Had this horrible cringe thought for years. Having someone slide construction paper through the slit on a penis. Fuck. You put a guy on speakerphone and task him with trying to start up conversations or challenges with people in Nick, Probs Wall Street or UES. When he's ultimately ignored, he'll clearly be uncomfortable, but he'll keep making comments over the speakerphone like he's fine and narrating as though he's playing along with him and whatever the FCK he's doing. He has 2 8-hour days to accomplish this. As time goes on, he becomes more clearly desperate and disillusioned in the middle of f-king New York City. Ha ha ha. That's alright. Double quote. Dress up as an old lady with fake teeth. And go up to random people to ask them where a place is. When I talk to them my teeth fall out. And hits the ground. I say sorry and put it back into my mouth. Be the manager of a local paper company's sales team and promise a bunch of underprivileged minority children that you'll pay for their college education and then back out in the most awkward way possible 10-15 years later. Make a presentation of My Little Pony Sonic crossover and how it applies to hardcore feminism. During Minican. Every time there's one of those multi-team meetings at work with like 200 people attending via phone, I'm going to be attending remotely from my bathroom. With my phone accidentally unmuted. Make you sit and look at every picture your menopausal aunt has shared on Facebook. Randomly replace English words with Japanese. Constantly reference anime and Papa Franco. Bring back Rebecca Black. Show pictures of my emo days when I had pink arm warmers. Piercings all over. Hair down to my chest and sometimes wore a skirt. I am dude. I've already posted this elsewhere, but I feel this fits here. I once vomited in a guy's mouth whilst we were kissing. A puke fest ensued. In my defense, I had acute pancreatitis, didn't know it at the time of the kiss. And he was being a lovely boyfriend and giving me a kiss because I didn't feel well. Up until that moment, I hadn't been sick at all. Otherwise I doubt he would have been kissing me if I had. Right, horrible niche fetish crack ship smut fix with C0 instant spelling missed 3ks self-insert and poorly understood meme references from a billion internet years ago. Which I would then constantly post on every single form of social media along with template and MS Paint fan art. And then throw a hissy fit at anyone who doesn't shower me and my masterpieces with praise. TLDR, become an emo middle schooler. In Spanish 1. We had to make fake commercials and speak only Spanish in them. So it was basically shitty acting. With a bunch of kids speaking Spanish with really bad dialect. Then they were shown to the whole high school as part of the end of the year assembly. Hold a presentation about anime, which you practiced less than a day before. After you talk poorly about some facts in the presentation, show the whole class the last half of the final episode of your favorite anime. I'll make everyone wear VR glasses whenever they look at a non-living whatever eye, in a reflection or peripheral view. For a prolonged period of time. Or for the first time for several seconds of the glass's last activation. They will show a highly realistic mannequin demonstrating a way someone can utterly destroy their balls using that object. Every waking moment is accompanied in an endless montage of mannequins smashing their hypothetical nutsacks into various shelves. Chairs. Golf clubs. Large canvases. Doorknobs. Exercise equipment. In the course of performing various activities from walking to skateboarding on an inconspicuous rail, to swinging a golf club with unconventional footing. Pull out my replica katana in a shopping center and threaten to slit everyone up. Oh yeah. I'd also wait a few weeks without shaving so I could get a decent neckbeard going. 2 fedoras and a brown trench coat. And an anime body pillow at my side, for the occasional stroke kiss lovey eye contact. Go to a school in the bad part of town and tell the kids that if they graduate high school I would pay for college for them. Then, when they're about to graduate I would show up and announce that I can't afford to do that but offer them laptop batteries. I would work my way up to be an anchor on CNN or any news network with a wide range of broadcasting and propose to my co-host that I've been working with for a while that's clearly a friend. Stop what you're doing and visualize a curtain. Red velvet. Now imagine I dared you to walk around for an entire day with a toothpick lodged under each toenail because you would look quite silly. Now as you part the curtain to walk through it and your foot is swinging forward, you look down to see an anvil in its path. Crunch. You're welcome. I go cargo shorts. Socks. Taper velcro sandals. Unbuttoned Hawaiian shirt with no undershirt. Bucket hat. And Segway. I then show up in a very public bus stop and make eye contact from like 100 get away. I smile and drive right at them. Once I get within 10 I'll abruptly stop. And begin semi-shouting a very long very boring story. In between doing that I'm attempting to do sweet tricks. Go on the subway. Roll a condom on my finger and stick it down the back of my pants and pretending to scratch an itch. You know that guy in philosophy class being a pretentious bastard? Follow his model. But take it a step further with an extremely forced eloquent spoken word type rhetoric. Wear a suit and tie. Even better if you're a girl, and wear black. Square framed glasses. Light a Marlboro red with a Zippo whilst fiddling some Zippo tricks into it. Assuming you're a guy, approach a girl you scarcely recognize and slowly attempt a kiss on her hand. When you address this said girl, you will start with "lady," while donning a half crooked smile. If the girl seems to be hinting at your cringe personality and cuntiness, take the hint. Pull a Major Hellstrom and say, "You're just immune to my charms." Then walk away briskly like you're holding in a massive shit. Assuming you're a girl, approach any guy and attempt a curtsy while wearing a suit. Then unleash every bit of pretentious material you've accumulated in your mind and don't ever give him a chance to speak. As you're forcing the pretentious bullshit down his throat, occasionally take selfies with your lips tight in duck formation. Then continue on with your BS until he physically removes himself from your presence. Wear a GoPro. Be a furry and go to some high-end restaurant and protest my extreme veganism and cry. Then when the police arrive, I will go full sovereign citizen and claim that I am a free inhabitant of Earth and throw in a touch of mental feminism. I will be filming the whole thing with my own phone. Then go home and make a video about the abusive system we all live in. I watch cringe comps too much. Build radios all over town. Tune them all to acetylene station and kill everyone working at the station. A blast Minecraft song parodies all throughout town. It would be a nightmare. I would broadcast a video across the world of Jacob Sartorius singing Metallica with a sore throat. No music and no auto-tune while wearing booty shorts and a pink v-neck outside of a gay bar.